Alright, I've gotten a lot of personal email on how to come up and design and create your own custom pickup covers. This is from a project that I've done about 6 months ago. I have some videos up there on YouTube on my custom Gibson style like guitar, and I made some custom pickup covers out of ebony. And I've gotten a lot of email from you guys on how I came up with the design and how I actually did it. And it's very simple, very easy, no measuring or anything involved. Just, you have to have the right tools actually to make it go easy. But I'm going to show you how I did it. And these are my fairly simplistic custom pickup covers, plates or bezels, whatever you want to call them, for humbuckers. I busted a string. I gotta replace it. Let's get to it. Alright, here we are in my tool area. Hope you guys appreciate this because I had to dig out my scroll saw and it was a major pain. It was buried. Anyway, this is a very simplistic way in making your own custom pickup bezel, pickup cover, whatever you want to call it. So here we go. Here's my box of goodies. Alright, I'm back. My stupid battery died in my camera. Anyway, there's my box of goodies, and to fabricate your own, I keep on wanting to say headlight bezel. To fabricate your own pickup cover or bezel or plate, like I said, it's very simple, very easy, no measuring involved, just some creativity. There's a few things that you gotta keep in mind. That's very important. This is my scroll saw that I used. You want to have one of these, and you probably will have one if you're thinking about coming up with a custom one. If you're retrofitting an existing guitar, you definitely want to have one of these because this acts as your template. And basically, how I did it, and by the way, this is, you know, I've gotten a lot of email questions from my Gibson style guitar project. If you look through the list of videos I have up there, you'll see it. But I didn't go into detail on how I came up with my custom pickup cover, but I will now. It's very simple. Basically, what you need is the original cover. It's, you know, they're pretty much all the same size. They may vary by, I don't know, a 32nd of an inch, but they pretty much all vary in size. Basically, what you want to start off with is you're concerned about the inside measurement right there, the inside rectangle. And all you gotta do, there's no measuring involved, all you do is place it there, the piece of wood that you want to use, or plastic, whatever you want to use for material, for your new pickup cover, is take a pencil, let me move around here, and just scribe in there that dimension. Okay, and that'll give you your inside dimensions. When you're on your final cut and you're filing, you want to file that pencil line away because it is a tight squeeze. But that, you want to keep that in mind. Also, the screw holes right there, they have to be dead on, because if you're retrofitting an existing guitar, unless you want to, you know, drill more holes in your guitar body, I would recommend taking your time and placing those. You know, just again, use your pencil and make sure it doesn't move like it just did for me. But place your marks and drill accordingly. You want to make sure you're accurate with that. And also these plastic nubs, these holes, and you have these protruded plastic pieces. Those basically, these are your adjustment screws to adjust the pickup height. If you ever taken one apart, there's a tension spring in there that fits over this plastic nubby piece right there. And if that plastic nubby piece was not there, that spring would be going all over the place on the inside when you're trying to adjust it, and it just won't work. So you're going to have to come up with an idea like that, and I'll show you what I've done. So basically, anyway, let me get that away. This is an exact replica of the piece that I use on my Gibson style guitar. For some reason, oh, I know why I didn't use it, because I had a blowout right there and I didn't want to use it. So anyway, I cut mine out of ebony, and it's very brittle, so there is actually a scribed mark right there for the inside rectangle, and these are the hole placements right there. And basically what I've done is to allow me to have that spring in there, not move around, what you want to do is flip it over, this being the bottom of the pickup cover, flip it over, place everything up again and align everything up again like that, and make your marks, and drill, but don't drill all the way through or you're gonna have to throw it away. Drill halfway through the thickness of the piece, okay? And you want to use a drill bit that's slightly larger in diameter of the spring that you're going to be using, you know? So that spring, the bottom of that spring will fit in that hole. That way it won't move around. And then once you get that, you can drill a smaller diameter hole right through the piece. That way you can put your adjustment screw in there. You get it? All right. Now, also, depending on the guitar, I mean, I can't see a huge difference, but if you have a set neck or a bolt-on neck, sometimes this thickness right here varies. And if you cut it too thin, you might end up with a gap from your neck pickup to the bottom of your neck where it meets the guitar. So you want to keep that in mind. And also, you want to keep it symmetrical, so, you know, adjust accordingly. But what I've done was I put a little flare on mine, you know, a little design, and a little V groove there at the each corner of the pickup cover that I designed. Fairly simple design. But anyway, that's how I did it. So again, no measuring involved. You know, just you want to make sure you have this piece from the guitar that you're retrofitting. You want to have that plastic cover, bezel or headlight, whatever you want to call it, the pickup cover. You just want to make sure you have that one that you're replicating, and you want to transfer all your measurements to the piece that you're cutting out. What I used for tools, I actually use a scroll saw, because that is just the easiest thing to do to get that inside cut. I can't think of any other tool you would use to get that inside cut as accurate as you can. Maybe a jigsaw, but that's kind of a rough cut. I don't know if that'll work. You can certainly try it. Or, I mean, you can cut it, you know, you can cut it in half and, you know, use another saw of some sorts and then glue everything back together. But the best way is a jigsaw. You can start off by using a small pilot drill bit. And then you have this blade right there that'll fit right through there. And that'll give you, in the waist piece, you don't want to do it in the piece you're trying to keep. You want to drill a hole in the waist and then fit that right through the hole and then start your cutting. You may have to do some filing depending on how much coffee you've had that day. But you may, you know, you want to keep a couple of files, because again, it is a, you don't think so, but if you try to, if you do cut that exactly, you'll have a hard time fitting it over. So you may have to do some filing on the inside to fit it over the pickup, because plastic does have some give to it. Now, also you want to keep in mind too, depending on the style of your pickup and guitar, some pickup covers have a different thickness from the top to the bottom, and usually that's because of you know, string height. If you noticed, your pickup for your neck position is a lot thinner than the pickup for your bridge position, and again, that's, you know, because of the slant, the string height that goes to the bridge. So you want to keep that in mind. You can use, I don't know, I used a drum sander, you know, and I matched the thickness of the ones that were on it. So it's fairly simple. And I hope that answered your questions. And if you have any more, please, by all means, email me. Thanks. Talk to you later. Subscribe. And make sure you drill that hole for the spring, because if you don't, that spring's going to go all over the place when you try to adjust that height, and it's going to be no good. You're going to have to start all over again, or take it out and re-drill it. Subscribe. And buy a scroll saw. You may use it once or twice in your lifetime.